characters, incidents, names, and situations used in this story are fictitious. The resemblance to any person living or dead is purely coincidental. The following video contains some horror elements and suitable for a mature audience, 16 plus. This channel and video is not for kids.
Hello friends, I am Aryan and welcome to our channel Midnight Horror Stories, where you get to hear true and scary ghost stories. In our channel, you will get to hear true and scary stories every Tuesday and Saturday. But before starting the story, all the friends who have come to this channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, and if you like the story, then definitely introduce yourself in the comment section. Then, let's do not take much time and start our story quickly.
Today I am going to introduce you to one such incident. That incident spoiled not one but two families. The story has been shared with us by a girl living in this family because there was an incident with her own family members, and initially she was not aware of what was happening in her house. But one day such a truth comes in front of her, hearing which the whole family is shocked, and the biggest problem was that she was out of all this. There was no cure for the exit because some mistakes are made in the past which have a very bad effect in the future. So, let's know the story. So, this is the story of Sumit and Nikita. Both of them were childhood friends, and as soon as they grew up, Sumit and Nikita fell in love with each other. The families of these two also knew about them, and they were not against their relationship at all. Both of them decided that after the completion of their studies, when they settle down in their lives, they will get married. Because even if they get married now, how will they take care of their expenses? His family members were supporting him, but he wanted these people to stand on their own feet. Once, only then will you start your household. Both of them completed their studies like this, and then now both of them started looking for jobs. Nikita soon got a job in one place, but Sumit had not yet got a job, but he didn't have a problem with that. He said to Nikita, "I am happy that you have got a job in a good place. Just once I get a job, we can settle down, and till then don't worry too much about me. I'll get a job too. You pay attention to your job. I want you to make a lot of progress." Nikita was very happy to get the full support of Sumit and her family members, and now she was fully focused on her work. But during all this, Nikita stopped talking to Sumit a little. Initially, Sumit felt that perhaps he was too busy with work. Because of this, she was not able to talk to him, but gradually it increased. Where earlier Sumit and Nikita used to talk to each other almost every day, now a week passed, but Nikita wouldn't call him. And if Sumit had called her from the front, she would hang up saying that she was busy. In this way, 4-5 months passed, and then finally Sumit also got a job in a good place. Sumit now felt that perhaps Nikita was moving away from him, and so he thought that he should marry Nikita as soon as possible. And so he went home one Sunday and talked to Nikita about it. Hearing all this, Nikita's face had a little troubled expression, and then she said after a while, "I also want to marry you, but right now we are at the beginning of our careers and we don't have enough money at the moment to live well in the future. That's why I want us to get married after 2 years, and by then we will be stable." Hearing this, Sumit said, "You are right, but we can do it together. After marriage, both of us will climb the ladder of success together, and you do not need to take tension about anything. I will fully support you in everything. You don't have to take tension for household chores either. We'll hire a servant for that." Sumit was repeatedly pressurizing her to marry, and Nikita was being refused again and again. And when Sumit did not agree, Nikita screamed and said, "Don't you understand at once? Don't you want me to get married now? I don't want to get into the trouble of the housewife from now on." Nikita's behavior broke the true hope left in Sumit's mind, and he did not say anything. Nikita was calling Sumit, and Sumit also did not think it necessary to call Nikita. And during all this, one day the news came that Nikita had committed suicide. All this broke Sumit. He was so upset with the grief of Nikita's departure that he was not even eating and drinking properly. Nikita's parents were sad about Nikita's departure, but she also knew how much Sumit loved her. That's why he explained to him that he should also move forward in his life. Then Sumit asked him the reason for Nikita's suicide. Then her mother said that she was very worried about work. He wanted a promotion in any case, but maybe he didn't get it, and that's why he committed suicide. Sumit did not find this so easy, but when Sumit talked about it in Nikita's office, he also told the same thing. Now Sumit had thought that all the dreams he had dreamed of together with Nikita had been shattered, so he also decided to move on now. But it wasn't all that easy for him. Sumit's parents, Dinesh and Saroj, as well as Nikita's parents, Reena and Dharamji, were also supporting Sumit. And during all this, both these families started looking for a girl for Sumit. He thought that if Sumit was married, then maybe Sumit would get out of all this. And thinking this, they saw a girl Nirali for Sumit's marriage. Sumit did not want to go to see the girl, but when both the families insisted, he was forced to go. After the conversation between the two families, Sumit and the girl were left alone to talk, and then Sumit told her, "You must know that I wanted to marry another girl first, but she committed suicide, and to be honest, I am not able to give her place to anyone else. If you want, we can take our relationship forward, but I need a little time." Nirali was getting a lot of sympathy for him. She found that Sumit loved Nikita very much, and she did not want to lose such a partner, so she agreed to it. This relationship was decided with mutual consent of both the families, and both of them stopped. And now Sumit and Nikita started talking to each other on the phone. Sumit and Nirali were spending a lot of time with each other now, because of which a place was being created for Nirali in Sumit's heart, and now he was beginning to feel that perhaps Nirali is the right girl for him. But during all this, one thing Nirali noticed was that Sumit was a bit stubborn. He was also insisting on some things from Nirali, like he would call him secretly and ask him to come wearing clothes of his choice, and if Nirali did not do this, he would start getting angry. Disturbed by all this, Nirali had started obeying all of him. Sumit and Nirali started dreaming of having a good life with each other, but at the same time something happened that no one had even dreamt of.
One day, Sumit was going to the office sitting on his bike. It was at this time that Sumit felt someone's hand on his shoulder. Sumit was all alone at that time, so there is no question of this hand coming on his shoulder. So seeing all this, Sumit was very nervous. He stopped his bike, and when he looked back, there was no one there. Sumit felt that it was all a delusion in his mind, and so he ignored it and started riding the bike again. After some time, Sumit's eyes fell on the mirror of his bike, and he saw that Nikita was sitting in the back of his bike. During this time, Nikita's face was completely white and her eyes were missing. Sumit was so nervous about all this that his bike lost balance and he could not handle his bike and hit the front divider. There were too many people on the street at the time, because of which they picked up Sumit on time and took him to the hospital. In this accident, Sumit had a minor fracture in his arm, and along with this, there were injuries in the leg, because of which the doctor asked him to rest for a few days. Sumit couldn't understand whether what he had seen at that time was a dream or a reality. When his family members asked him how did this accident happen, then he told them everything. Hearing all this, Sumit's mother was very nervous. She knew that Nikita and Sumit were going to get married, and maybe Nikita couldn't see Sumit being someone else's, and that's why she was trying to harass Sumit like this. She spoke to her husband Dinesh about it. Then they said, "Look, you're thinking too much. This is not really the case. You know how much Sumit loved Nikita. It is also ingrained in his mind that he cannot even think of settling down with a girl other than Nikita. It was only because of this that he must have had such confusion. But don't worry. I am thinking of taking Sumit to a doctor so that this thing gets out of his mind." Sarojji thought that maybe this would be the case because she had seen Sumit's condition. After Nikita's departure, all the glow on her face was gone. He didn't understand what was happening around him, and now he's back to a little normal, so it will take him some time to get out of all this. This thing has come and gone. At the same time, Sumit was now resting at home for a few days. During all this, one evening when he was chatting with Nirali, the phone screen suddenly went blank. At first, Sumit thought that the phone might have been damaged, and now before he could understand anything, Nikita's face started appearing in that phone. Seeing this, Nikita's face started coming out of that phone. Seeing all this, Sumit got very nervous and left the phone immediately. Sumit knew that living here was no longer free from danger, so he got up from his bed and immediately ran outside. He came out and told his family everything. Seeing this, when his father went inside the room and when he saw Sumit's phone, he found that his phone was absolutely fine. The phone had a crack due to the bus falling down. He picked up the phone and took it to Sumit and said, "This mobile is absolutely fine, son. I think you are very upset about Nikita. That's why you are having such delusions. Brace yourself and move on. You can't go on like this for the rest of your life. Look, don't feel bad. There is a psychiatrist.
You should go to them and talk to them once. Maybe he will solve your problem." Hearing this, Sumit said, "Look, Papa, you guys don't understand. I am absolutely fine now and have come a long way from Nikita's chapter. Nirali and I now talk about our future ahead. And it's not all an illusion in my mind. I am speaking the truth." Then his mother said, "Yes, so when are we saying that you are lying? Look, we are listening to you, and you should also listen to us and talk to that psychiatrist." Sumit did not know how to convince his family. When he talked to Nirali about this, Nirali also said that he should obey his parents. All this angered Sumit and he fought with Nirali. But now his family and brother were also calling him and asking him to go to the psychiatrist. And so Sumit was forced to listen to them and go to that psychiatrist. Sumit went to them and told them everything. Then the psychiatrist said, "Look, there is nothing to be afraid of. You still have your first girlfriend in mind, and that's why you have such delusions that she doesn't want you to belong to anyone else. But look, there is nothing like that, because your girlfriend committed suicide because of work. So it is not your fault in all this. I'm prescribing you some medicines. You keep eating on time and come and see me after 1 month." After this, Sumit came back with his father. During this time, he said on the way, "Papa, there is no use in all this. Call a tantric or Baba and get this ghost of Nikita caught and removed from me. Otherwise, it may not happen that it is too late." Hearing this, Dineshji said, "Arey, but you think, why will Nikita bother you? Do you remember that in her last days she was ignoring you? Not that you were ignoring her. Then how can she bother you like this? See, I know how much you loved him, and that's why you are having such delusions. Look, you take a month's worth of medicine for us." Sumit agreed to this as he had no option to say no. Every day his mother would give him the medicine under her supervision, and after that Sumit would sleep soundly. But during this time, whenever he woke up, he would feel a slight pain in his body. He felt as if he had risen from an illness and his body had lost strength due to some illness. The skin on Sumit's face was now turning pale. He was also beginning to weaken from before. Seeing him in this way, his family was very upset and they also showed him to the doctor. When the doctor did all his checkups, he found that there was a lot of blood in his body, and so he asked him to take some medicines and make some changes in his diet. Due to Sumit's condition, Nirali's family was very angry, and during this time he called Sarojji and said that your son is not coming out of that girl's thoughts, so how will our daughter be happy there? See, we don't think this relationship will last long. That's why we want you to look for a relationship somewhere else for your son and we for our daughter." Sarojji got very nervous and said, "Look, you have a misunderstanding. My son has long forgotten that girl. It was just a bit of an accident. There is a bit of weakness because of that. But in a short time, he will be completely cured." And that's how he persuaded and hung up the phone. In the evening, he told this to Dineshji. Then Dineshji said to Sumit, "Look, we should share everything amongst ourselves, but don't tell you something to Nirali. Now why did you need to tell Nirali that all this is happening to you? Look, we are trying to settle down in your house, so you should also try a little and get Nikita out of your heart, and don't tell Nirali about all this until you can't." Sumit said yes to this, and now Sumit did not talk much to Nirali. It had been a long time since Sumit was at home. Because of this, he was forced to join the job. But he wasn't riding the bike at all now. He was either leaving the office by his father or he was going by public transport. During all this,
There was an important meeting in his office, and he was sitting in that meeting. At the same time, Sumit found that Nikita was standing next to his senior, who was sitting right in front of him. Seeing all this, Sumit was very nervous, which was also clearly visible from his face. And at the same time, Nikita said to him, "You are giving my place to someone else. You promised me that you would always be with me, and today you are breaking your promise." Seeing all this, Sumit got very nervous and got up from his place. He started screaming. Seeing all this, all the people standing near him were surprised and started trying to explain to him. But in the meantime, Sumit raised his hand on one of them in anger, and that's when his boss fired him. Sumit returned home early today. He was very nervous. Seeing all this, Sarojji asked him the reason for this. Then Sumit screamed and said, "I told you that Nikita was harassing me, but you did not listen to me, and as a result, I was fired from my job. If you had listened to me, I would have been fine now." And after that, Sumit angrily stamped his feet and went to his room.
As soon as she closed the door of the room, she saw Nikita hanging upside down from her ceiling, and she said to him, "You promised to live and die with me. Keep your promise, Sumit. Keep your promise." Seeing all this, Sumit got very angry and started hitting the items kept in the room on the ceiling. But that stuff went through Nikita. And seeing all this, Nikita started laughing loudly. Nikita's laughter echoed in Sumit's ears, due to which Sumit closed his ears and started screaming, "Stop all this! Get out of my life!" Seeing her son in this condition, Sarojji was very scared. She called her husband, and after some time, when Dineshji came home, he went to Sumit's room, but Sumit didn't open the door. Sumit's family members were very nervous about whether Sumit had taken some wrong step. But then the next moment, he heard Sumit's voice from inside. "I'm fine, but you guys please get out of here. I don't want to talk to you guys. Now you guys talk to me only when you solve my problem from the root." Hearing this, Sarojji said to Dineshji, "I think that there is really a ghost affair behind this. Otherwise, after taking so much medicine, it should have been cured. But the matter is getting worse. See, we should talk to a tantric or a baba about this." He called to ask about a tantric in his relatives, and in the meantime, he also called Nikita's parents. Then Nikita's mother said, "I know a tantric. I'll be home tomorrow with that tantric." The next day, Nikita's mother and father came to her house with a tantric, and now the tantric started observing that house. Then after a while he said, "What was that girl's last wish?" Then Sumit said, "Everyone is saying that she wanted to get a promotion. Maybe that was his wish." Then the tantric stared at her and said, "If this is the case, then she will not disturb her office people. Why bother you? Of course his last wish is related to you. Tell me, what did you talk to him?" Hearing this, Sumit said, "She has not been talking to me properly for some time. Months went on. I had to talk to him. We thought we would get married after getting a job, but he said he didn't want to marry me right now. I asked him the reason, but he didn't say anything, and I didn't even talk to him much after that." Then the tantric said, "There is something that you are hiding from us. Look, whatever things are, don't hide it from us. Otherwise you will have to bear the brunt of it." Hearing this, Sumit got very angry and stood up from his place and said, "Your mind is at the right place. Why would I lie about anything? If you don't believe me, you can ask his parents. See, I'm very upset. For God's sake, leave all this and get me free from Nikita." Hearing this, he looked at Sumit's parents and said, "Unless it is known why this girl is after Sumit, there can be no permanent cure for it. Performing minor sorcery and tying threads will take effect on his power for a while, and Nikita's spirit will not be able to disturb it. But as soon as the effect of all of them is gone, she will dominate it again and cannot say how dangerous it will be next time." Hearing this, Sumit said, "Then we will see, but for the time being, get me rid of all this. All this is having a huge impact on my career and family." Baba agreed to this and said, "Okay, I'm ready to help you in this, but later you will come to me begging when everything you have turned to ashes." Sumit had thought that before the power of his thread would be a little weaker, he would make another thread that would free him from Nikita's soul for the rest of his life. But we don't know where to go the way we think. Friends, let me tell you one thing here. These Raksha Sutras have their own limits. If such powerful threads are tied on the hands and feet, then the tamasic actions have to be stopped. And this was also very well told to Sumit by this tantric. Sumit agreed to this, and the tantric tied a proven thread on Sumit's wrist and said that he should change it every month. Now Sumit was feeling very light. He could feel the energy circulating in his body just like before. He seemed to be eating and drinking as before, and was now talking to Nirali as before. At the same time, he told his father, "Papa, I don't want any kind of trouble to happen again, so I want you to get me married to Nirali soon." Then Dineshji said, "I will get you married, but you have lost your job, and I don't think that Nirali's parents would like to get their daughter married to an unemployed person. Then first find a job for yourself and then talk about marriage." Sumit also liked this, because he didn't want to spread his hand in front of his father for his wife's expenses. And so now he started looking for a job again. During all this, Sumit got selected in a company and he went to the company to give an interview for the final round. He went and sat down, and when his turn came, he went inside to do the interview. During all this, the person who was interviewing him said, "Sorry, but we cannot give a job to a person like you. You have broken the trust of your girlfriend, so you don't deserve this job. Get out of here." Sumit was completely shocked to hear this, because nowhere in his resume it was written what had happened to him. So how did they know that? He was thinking about all this when suddenly the same man smiled horribly and said, "What do you think, that you will tie this Raksha Sutra and I will not be able to bother you?
I don't need to occupy your body to disturb you. In fact, I can also subdue the people around you for a while. You didn't do me well, and now I'm going to punish you for it. You cheated on me and went to marry someone else, now I tell you." He then called out to the guards, who picked up Sumit and threw him out. Whatever company Sumit was selected in and he went to give an interview, it would have happened to him, due to which he was not getting a job anywhere. Sumit was very upset with all this. On the other hand, now his father Dinesh was also upset with all this. And he told Sumit, "It has been 3 months. Why haven't you found your job sitting like this at home? What answer will I give to the girl?"
Whatever was happening to Sumit, he was not telling his parents about it, and because of all this, his mind was getting very bad. And so he frowned and said, "Oh, no need to tell anything. Say you got a job here. Now he won't come to our house and check on us. I'm also very upset. You don't see my problem." After speaking, Sumit got up from there and came to his room. He didn't know what to do. At the same time, she got a call from Nirali and she said, "You haven't got a job yet, and I don't think you're going to get a job. You still have time. Tell everyone the truth and it will all be fine." Hearing this, Sumit understood that it was not Nirali but Nikita who was speaking in his body, and so he said, "What truth are you talking about? I don't know at all. If you feel like I have done wrong to you, why are you telling me this? Go and tell all the people yourself. What's the point of bothering me like this? What is the problem in hearing this? I'm going to tell you that because now I'm going to take over his father's body and tell your father that this marriage is not going to happen at all." After this, Nirali hung up the phone, and the very next moment, Sumit's father got a call from Nirali's father and he said that this marriage is not going to happen. Sumit's family members were very upset with all this. At the same time, Sumit was getting very angry because his career had been ruined. On the other hand, the girl he was now in love with was also slipping out of his hand. After all this, Sumit's mother came to his room and said, "Why don't you tell everyone the truth? If you tell the truth, all your problems will be solved." Seeing all this, Sumit got very angry and he said, "Get out of my mother's body right now." Hearing this, a terrible smile came on Sarojji's face, and at the same time, Nirali's face came upwards from near her neck. She said, "And if I didn't do it?" Then Sumit got so angry that he picked up the vase kept nearby and directly hit his mother with it. Sumit had forgotten at that time that Nikita was now a form of energy. He has no body of his own. But because of all this, she had hurt her mother a lot, and as soon as she was attacked, Sarojji became completely normal and started screaming. Hearing the sound of Sarojji's screams, Dineshji came inside the room and saw this scene with his own eyes. Seeing all this, he got very angry and he slapped Sumit hard and said, "What days we have to see because of you, and today you have injured your mother so badly. May God not give anyone a child like you." Sumit had regained consciousness by now and understood what a big mistake he had made. Both parents took Sarojji to the hospital. Dineshji could not see his son in jail. That is why he lied in the hospital that Sarojji suffered these injuries due to falling from top to bottom. But now he had completely stopped talking to Sumit. Sarojji was not hurt much, but now he was afraid of Sumit. So far, no one's life was in danger due to the seizures that Sumit was having, but now Sumit was down to death, because of which he thought of taking a tough decision. So far, he had felt that he was having such a fit of madness due to Nikita's departure and it would be fine after some time, but that no longer seemed possible. So he had thought that he would get Sumit admitted to a mental asylum. As soon as he told this to Sumit, Sumit got very nervous and he said, "Don't say that, father. I am absolutely fine, and really, Nikita's soul is troubling me." Hearing this, Dineshji angrily said that Nikita had committed suicide because she did not get a promotion. Then why would she take revenge on you? Then Sumit angrily said because he did not tell his office people but to me. He was upset and committed suicide. After saying all this, Sumit came to his senses as to what he had said, and he said in a low voice, "I'm sorry, Dad, but that's the truth." Hearing this, Dineshji got very angry because his son had snatched the life of an innocent girl, and he slapped Sumit hard and said that you loved him, then why did you do this to him? Sumit said, "Because I started getting jealous of him. He got a job before me and she was also doing very well in her job. I hadn't gotten a job yet. I was afraid that he might leave me, and that is why I started fighting with him often. Whenever she called me, I would fight with her most of the time, and that is why she started talking to me very little. Because of all this, I started to feel that maybe he was having an affair with someone in his office, and I started suspecting him about this too. I went to his office and fought him a lot about it. Not only this, I started calling him very dirty, and after a few days, I also got a job.
Now I had thought that I would marry Nikita as soon as possible, and after marriage I would get Nikita out of her job and put her in household chores at home. But Nikita thought that the person who is fighting in this way before marriage and doubts in this way, I don't know what he'll do after the wedding. So now she is reluctant to marry me. She started making excuses that we should settle down in our lives first, only then will we get married. But I knew she was making excuses. So I fought him that day as well and came from his house. During all this, he was selected for promotion in his office, because of which I got very angry and I wrongly accused her that maybe she slept with her boss. For this reason, she has been selected for promotion, whereas in reality, she was selected because of her hard work. Because of all this, Nikita felt very bad. But now, before she could say anything, I told her that I would defame her. Nikita's success was not going well with me. She was earning more than me, and so I wanted Nikita to quit her job and marry me, and so I started pressurizing Nikita to quit her job. Fed up with all this, she committed suicide. Later, it was found that she did not get a promotion, and everyone thought that she had committed suicide due to not getting a promotion. But the real reason was that Dinesh Ji was getting very angry with himself. But from all this, Nikita could not come back. So he wanted to do something about it, and that is why he talked to Nikita's parents and the tantric about it.
Sumit ne confess kiya his crime in front of all those people. And then Dinesh ji said, I know that what my son did was not right, and you can punish him for whatever you want for it. I am also a father of a daughter, and if something like this happens to her, I also don't forgive her. Then Nikita's father said, I am very angry, but all this is also hurting my daughter, so I want her to be happy with whoever she is. Then the tantric closed his eyes and started muttering some mantras. After some time, she opened her eyes and said, I spoke to Nikita's soul and asked what she wanted. Then she said that all her life she dreamed of marrying Sumit. But Sumit's jealousy and suspicion spoiled his whole life. And after all this, he is dreaming of settling down by marrying someone else. That's why Nikita wants that if Sumit marries her as promised, then she will fix it all. Hearing this, Sumit said, I know that I have made a mistake and I am ready to go to jail for this. But you guys try to understand the point. I was scared at that time that Nikita might leave me, and so I did all that and I did it wrong. But Nikita is now dead. But if I am alive, how can a living person and a ghost get married? Then why can't she be a tantric? Of course it can be. This kind of marriage is called phantom marriage. And you also wanted you and Nikita to get married, so why are you backing out now? You get married to Nikita and this will free Nikita, and you will also get rid of all this. Then you can do whatever you want. Till now Sumit felt that Nikita would marry him and kill him and take him with him. But when he listened to this tantric, he thought that once he got rid of all this, he could do anything, and so he agreed to it. That tantric got Sumit and Nikita's soul married, and now Nikita had become Sumit's wife. After all this, Sumit asked the tantric, this has happened, but now how long will this Nikita's soul leave me? Then the tantric said, it will take some time, but don't worry, gradually everything will be fine. After this, he and Nikita's parents left from there. But during this time, Sumit noticed one thing, and that was that Nikita's mother had a strange smile on her face. Due to the mistake Sumit had made, he was not able to see him properly, so he couldn't even ask them all this. Nikita's parents had left from there, but now Sumit's parents were also not talking to him properly. They were behaving like strangers in that house. Nikita was no longer bothering Sumit, but he was able to feel her presence. She felt like he was with her. A few days later, Sumit was called for an interview with another company. Sumit felt that maybe Nikita would bother him this time too, but he still thought of going. He gave an interview and got selected. From all this, he came to know that perhaps now Nikita was free from all this, and so he thought that he would settle down, and that is why he went to Nirali's house to talk about it. Seeing him there, Nirali's father said, "You are not standing on your feet yet. Therefore, we cannot marry our daughter to you. And because of the way your mental balance is shaken, we would not want to marry our daughter to you in the future. You'd better find another girl for yourself." Hearing this, Sumit said, "That was an old thing. I've got a job and I'm fine now. I was reminded of my first girlfriend I was about to marry, but I have accepted the fact that she is gone and now I must move on with my life. See, I love Nirali very much and I want me to marry her, and I promise that I will make your daughter very happy.
Nirali's father did not understand whether it would be right to marry his daughter to him or not, but it was not right to take any decision in such a hurry. That's why he said he would think about it. After this, Sumit left from there and he came to his house and talked about it. However, his family members were not talking to him. But then Sumit said, I believe that I have made a mistake. But when Nikita's family has forgotten this, then why are you sitting with it? Now Nikita has also been freed from all this, and you people should also not think about this and focus on settling down my house. Sumit's words seemed as if he had not made any difference. And because of this, his father got very angry. And he said, where do you do something by asking us? So do one thing. Do whatever you have to do now, do it yourself. We are going to the elder son. At least he is not like you. And the next day, they moved in with their eldest son who lived and worked in Gurgaon. On the other hand, Nirali's father called Nirali and asked her what she wanted. Then Nirali said, Sumit is a very good boy. His mental state was not good, that's why it happened. But now he's perfectly fine and you should give him a chance. Hearing this, Nirali's brother said, what is the lack of relations for our Nirali that we have to tie it with that person like this? That person's mind will not be spoiled again, what is the guarantee? And do you remember hearing that he had attacked his mother in a fit of rage? It should not happen that he attacks our Nirali in the same way. After hearing all the things, Nirali's parents came to the decision that they would not get Nirali married to Sumit, and so they called Sumit and told him about it. Hearing all this, Sumit got very angry and called Nirali and asked, your parents have refused to marry. It was your parents' decision, but you tell me your decision. Do you want to marry me? Look, if you say yes, then your parents can't do anything about it. I'll get you out of there. Hearing this, I am sorry to speak of the whimsical language, but I can't go against my family's decision. I like you, but I can't go with you at the expense of my father's self-respect. You'd better find another girl for yourself. And speaking, Nirali disconnected his phone and also blocked his number. All this was making Sumit very angry. But now if he speaks, to whom did he speak? After a while, he decided that it all right. He'll try it on another girl. His office had started, and now he started interacting with a girl working in his office. During all this, one day she was called to his cabin by her senior, and after that, the behavior of that girl changed completely from Sumit. Where earlier she used to talk to Sumit a lot, now she was just talking to him.
At first, Sumit thought that maybe it was because of work that she was behaving like this. But now it was happening more. After the office, whenever Sumit tried to talk to her, she did not respond to his request. Even now he had put his number on the block list. All this made Sumit very angry, and he stopped him on the way one day and asked him the reason for ignoring him in this way. Then she said, look, get out of my way. I don't want to talk to a lousy person like you. The girl you claimed to love, you mentally tortured her to death. His family forgave you. Because of this, you survived, but you won't do it again. What's the guarantee? Look, get out of my way. Otherwise, I will complain to you in the office. Sumit leaves her way and lets her go. Now, whatever girl Sumit tried to talk to, that girl would start ignoring him after some time. If it was a girl, it would be different, but here all the girls were doing it. Sumit could not digest this, and so he talked to a Pandit about when in his life it was marriageable. When the Pandit touched his hand, he said, son, according to your hands, you are married. Hearing this, Sumit said, hey, why are you lying? I am not married yet. Hearing this, the Pandit said, I am speaking what your palms are telling you. You're married. Sumit thought that Pandit was a hypocrite, so he did not even give him any dakshina and left from there. But when he talked to 2 or 3 Pandits about it, they all said that he was married. Now Sumit could not understand what was happening to him, but at the same time, he remembered that he was married to Nikita's ghost. But Nikita was free, otherwise there was no point in marriage. He called his house and talked about it with them. Then his father said, okay, it's okay, we'll see a girl for you. After this, they started looking for a girl for Sumit. After talking to some people, he found a girl and they were going to their house on Sunday. As soon as they left for his house, the tire of his car was punctured. There was an extra tire in the trunk of the car. Together, they quickly changed the tire and then moved forward again.
They must have gone ahead only 5 minutes from here when suddenly the tire of their car was punctured again. Seeing all this, they were very surprised. They got down from the car and saw if there was anything around that was puncturing the tire of the car, but there was nothing like that around there. There was no extra tire left inside the car so that the tire could be changed. One of them got out of the car and started looking for a mechanic from the neighborhood. It's been a long time since all of this happened, but finally, within 1 hour, all this work was done. Now they went to see the girl again, but they were just 2 minutes away from the girl's house when suddenly they got a call from the girl's family that you guys should not come today because the girl's foot had slipped from the stairs and she had a significant head injury. These people had to go back to their homes empty-handed. Seeing all this, Sarojji said, "You don't see anything wrong. I mean, since morning, I don't know why there is a feeling that someone does not want this marriage to happen. That's why such accidents are happening to us. And in the end, when we did not agree, then they knocked the bride-to-be down from above. I don't know how many injuries the poor woman must have suffered." They were all talking when suddenly their doorbell rang. When Sarojji opened the door, Nikita's mother Reena was standing in front of him with her husband Dharam. Sarojji was very surprised to see him in front of him, but she brought them indoors. After coming inside the house, Reena ji said, "You guys went to see the girl for Sumit's wedding, didn't you? Then how did you come so quickly?" Then Sarojji told him everything. After hearing all this, Reena ji said, "My daughter died because of this boy. And what did he think that he could settle down? I won't let it all happen so easily, and that's why I got her married to my daughter's phantom that day." Hearing all this, all those people were very surprised. But then Dharamji said, "We came to know this long ago that because of this our daughter had died and we wanted to teach her a lesson. That is why we did all this. In fact, after our daughter's death, we used to hear her crying in our house. That's why we talked to this tantric." The atmosphere in Nikita's house had become quite strange since Nikita's departure. Reena ji and Dharam ji were very sad about this because their daughter was still at the age that she committed suicide. During all this, one night when these people were sleeping, Reena ji woke up to the sound of someone crying. When he opened his eyes and listened to the voice carefully, he found that it was none other than his daughter Nikita's. Hearing that voice, Reena ji got very nervous and she immediately picked up Dharam ji. When he paid attention to the voice, he really thought it was Nikita's. Dharam ji got up from his bed and came out of the room. When he got there, he saw that the voice was coming from Nikita's room. As soon as Reena ji and Dharam ji went to that room, they stopped hearing that sound. Seeing this, Reena ji became very nervous and said, "We had completed all the rituals very well. Then why is our daughter's soul wandering like this?" Hearing this, Dharam ji said, "Both of us were very upset after the daughter's departure. Maybe that's why all this is happening. We have to keep ourselves strong. If we cry like this, our daughter will feel bad. Maybe that's why she cannot get rid of it. By the way, she could get her emotions out by crying in this difficult time. But today, perhaps because of her crying, Nikita was in a lot of pain. So she decided that she would not cry much. She was crying very little during the day now, or not crying at all. But still all this was of no avail. Sometimes she could still hear the sound of Nikita's crying, and fed up with all this, Dharamji talked to the tantric about it and he brought her home.
Coming to his house, he performed a small tantric ritual. During this time, Nikita's shadow came out of the fire of the pool, and then the tantric asked him, "It has been 2 months since you died, but you were not free. What do you want?" Then Nikita said, "The person because of whom I had to embrace death, that person is living very comfortably at his home. In front of him, he is pretending that he does not know how much difference my death has made, but in reality, he did not make the slightest difference. I had made the decision to marry him very wrong. Mummy, Dad, he had upset me, because of which I had to commit suicide. But even after I died, I did not get salvation because I wanted both of us to get married. But his doubts and jealousy put an end to everything." Hearing all this, Reena ji said, "Do you want to marry that Sumit now?" Hearing this, Nikita said yes. Then the tantric spoke. "No one's mistake should be punished so great that it should be married to a ghost. You can also sit and talk." Hearing this, Dharamji said, "What is left of you sitting and talking? If that guy was so jealous of my daughter, he could break up the marriage. But what did he mean by torturing my daughter? What he wanted was for my daughter to grow up on pieces of him for the rest of his life. Do as he says. Why? After all, he had achieved all this by working hard. Then what was the point of being jealous of him? The truth was that he didn't see his success. According to him, Nikita should have been less than him. But Nikita had proved himself to be better than her. And if my daughter listened to him and quit her job and married him, he would have stayed with her like this for the rest of her life. Was he right? He didn't lose anything by doing all this, but we lost everything. And now if my daughter is happy to punish him, then what is the harm in it? The tantric found these people right because Nikita was not at fault in all this. But still she was a victim of all this, and so he agreed to help them and said that if we tell him from the front that Nikita's ghost will have to get married to him, then he will not agree. So a trick has to be made. Nikita's phantom doesn't have enough power to harm anyone right now, so I will do a sadhana and give him that power. But she will have to promise that she will not try to kill anyone with it, not even Sumit's. Nikita agreed to this, and then after that, the tantric performed sadhana and gave powers to Nikita. And after this, Nikita went to Sumit to take her revenge. Hearing all this, Sumit got very angry and he said that you people have cheated on me. You guys deceitfully got me married to a ghost. Hearing this, Reenaji said, "So what happened? She will never harm you. You just can't marry anyone else and you can't look up at any other girl. Because if you do that, then Nikita will remove that girl from you anyway. You wanted to do the same thing to Nikita. I always wanted to keep him with me. They wanted to torture him in the same way. Then why do you feel so bad when this is happening to you today? And remember, it is impossible to break this bond. Now you can be free from here with death, and Nikita will stay with you all that year." After this, Reenaji and Dharamji left from there. Sumit's parents also now thought that Sumit could not get married. That's why he gave up. But even after this, Sumit talked to many tantrics and asked Nikita to get rid of him. Those who could do this flatly refused, and those who claimed that they would get rid of Nikita comfortably, he disappeared after eating money from Sumit. It's been 8 years. Sumit is still with Nikita, and till date he is not married because he is married to his girlfriend's soul. Friends, I hope you liked the story very much.
So friends, this was our story today. How did you like the story? Please do tell me by commenting in the comment box. And also, those who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourself and your family. I will meet you soon with a new story. Thank you.